I'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of the Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gee, Peter, I don't let you know that I...
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. First thing on the agenda, we want to talk about the wind damage at the library, the
Yeah,
repairs.
so the door here has been replaced.
All right.
So it doesn't look new, but it
No.
is. It's the same color and everything, so we're good there. So now they're moving to repair the roof at the library, and once that's done, then they're gonna do the inside work. I don't have a key to the library, and I did talk with
Dan?
no, Aunt B. That's her email address there.
Oh,
Donna?
Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie Boy.
Debbie Bula. So I'm gonna, I know she's not on there, so I'm gonna follow up with a new one. The other thing though is the contractor did, he asked about the siding on the back there,
Yeah.
and it's kinda broken in spots, but not from the trees. But he did say that he thinks that we have some rot issues behind the siding. And that area is shaded quite a bit. So obviously, some of the trees got taken down as a result of the windstorm and cleaned up. So I'm gonna reach out to National Grid to see if there's a big old pine tree, yay big,
Yeah.
and it's right up against the transformer. And
See if they'll take it down.
yeah, I'm gonna try and get them to see if they'll take that down, so.
Okay.
Now, we can replace the siding. Briggsville Water District did agree to give the siding from that house. They took it down piece by piece, they unscrewed it, they didn't rip it off, for the school and the library, so we haven't, but I'd like to check out what's going on underneath it before
Sure.
we do that.
Yeah.
So I will keep you posted.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And that, that's all part of the next
Yes,
agenda of the
it's
library, so that's
exactly,
all
yes,
together.
it all flowed together.
Okay, the next thing we wanted to review was the select board meetings and times. I don't know if we really settled on that or what we want to do, but we want to make sure we have a set times. So is Monday at 5 good?
That works for me.
Yeah, same for me.
Okay, and should it be the first and third or second and fourth? Or it doesn't
I'm open
matter?
to that.
First and third works good for me. If that works for you
Yeah, I'm
guys.
fine with that.
Okay, then,
First and third.
okay.
Good choice. Because if it's second and fourth, Rochelle's in check.
All right, so first and third Monday.
Got it.
And we'll do that, and obviously it'll be once in a while, probably Labor Day is the first Monday. When there is a holiday, we'll either have it on Tuesday or
That's what.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
We
works.
can
That's for
decide.
me.
All right, I just want people to know at home when that happens. Okay, MVP update. They finished their yearly getting information from the public of Clarksburg on what should be done there, and that was like a whole year, which I was a little frustrated at. I thought that was a little long. But now we're going to have a meeting. I think it's the second Tuesday of July, where the designer is going to meet with the MVP committee, and they're going to discuss about, okay, what's going to be done. And this is going to take like the next year, and by the end of June next year, they're supposed to present this to an engineer that really gets going. So it's a slow process, which we
Slow
know.
and tedious.
But hopefully there'll be some good things done up there. They're talking about behind the ball field, having boardwalks go out and maybe having a viewing pond, viewing station. They're talking about increasing parking, having better access up to the senior center, and things like that. So I think a lot of good will come out of it. Even where there's a lot of wet areas, they're talking about possibly raising that'll do that. So I'll keep you informed, but that's where we are with that. Update on the DPW hire.
So we've gotten a number of applicants, I believe it's 5 or 6. I've sent them all to Kyle, he is on vacation. He'll thumb through them and sort them out next week. And then when I'm back the week after, we'll start interviews.
Okay, that sounds good, yeah, be nice to, yeah, get a person on board, get caught up with things.
It would be.
Okay, progress on the shared services agreement. I talked with Kelly this morning and Carl, and Carl had sent letters out to everybody, so to make sure that everything's in writing that the towns agree to do. Roe has agreed to take over the vending part of it.
Yep.
And, which is good, because that's a lot of time that people put in for it, so it's nice that we can share this with another town, and Roe thankfully said they would do that part of it. We're going to keep the insurance and the payroll, and they're gonna reconcile it monthly from what I understand, to make sure everything's on board. And then the last part of it was getting reimbursed for fiscal year 23-24. And Kelly said that she's already heard from 2 towns. I think you actually received check from 2 towns, and that's working and coming on board. So it looks like with all this mess, I guess, we've been in, and confusion over the last couple of years, it looks like we've come with some compromises and agreements, and I think we can move forward, and everybody will be reasonably happy with it.
Excellent.
Carl, anything you want to add, or?
I'm just waiting to get back the signed letter of understandings, and but no, we're good.
Okay. Progress on relocating the accountant downstairs. From what I understand, Jason was.
He was sick, and now the chief is on vacation, so, and then I'm out next week, but
And
maybe,
Kyle, too.
maybe I'll put a bug in Jason's ear to make sure that he's on board, so that when he comes in and the chief is here, then they can make that stuff happen, then we'll have the DPW move the furniture.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's just been a slow process, I should say, and we're definitely moving in a positive direction, just at a snail's pace, but we're getting there, and everybody's in agreement, and of that. And I talked to Paula, our new accountant, today. She seems to be doing very well, so I think we're all set
That's
with
good.
as far as positions and stuff go
It's good to hear.
in town.
We're
So,
finally fully staffed.
Knock on wood.
yeah. The senior center, is septic and furnace.
Okay, so, to have the septic system pumped, $395, so I'm gonna be scheduling that. And I have called the West Oil for to clean the furnace at the senior center, but also to do this one here. So as soon as they show up, then we'll take care of that. And so we're good on those 2 things.
All right.
All right, so I wasn't sure what that was on the agenda for, but I'm happy that's all it was.
You're right, I
Too
saw that,
expensive
I
issues.
saw that, I'm like,
Ching
oh,
ching, money, yeah, no,
Well-
they're working okay.
furnace is one thing, you see septic. it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
different
and
that's
story.
a big one.
what's a little issue, I mean, it's just as long as everybody communicates, it's not an issue. But like the senior center and Lauren being director, you know, the building's a town building.
Yeah,
And she takes care of the programs, and everything, senior center. So sometimes, you know, people think that she's like in charge of the building and should be taking care of these things, and she doesn't know anything, you know, I mean, about those or whatever. So anyway, I think Kyle actually talked to Lauren. I think that's how all this came up. When was the last time things are done? And anyway, it's moving forward, so we'll get all that done, so there's not any issues up there.
Okay.
All right, and the last thing we have is approve the right to farm disclosure. And I think I just explained it without reading it.
Yep.
It's just, we need to have a disclosure for anybody that's coming into town to purchase land or purchase house.
or rent,
I'm sorry, what?
or rent.
Or rent.
Yeah.
They need to know that we are a right to town, because there could be odors and tractors early in the morning and just animals and things like that. So we have to do that. So we have a right of disclosure here that will be going out with,
With the tax bill, we're gonna put it on our website, and I'm going to do mailing to the Board of Realtors and the real estate agencies that are local. But understand, not all real estate transactions are handled by local brokers. So I'm trying to get to the association and to the locals, and that's the best I can do. And it's on there, and it's on our sign, so, they can't say that they weren't notified.
Sounds good.
So if that meets with your approval, if I could have a motion to approve that, and then I'll get underway with that, and
Motion to approve the disclosure as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so that's that. All right, I guess, that was a pretty short,
I'm gonna
quick agenda.
feel bad, Taylor, that's it.
We'll, anything have anything else that want to add? We'll adjourn the meeting at 5:12.
Motion.